My dream collaborator would be Snoop Dogg for this particular song, honestly. Snoop Dogg, if you're watching this, you're listening, give it a listen. What's up? I'm Primo Le Pew.
And I'm Lorenzo Banda.
And we make Latin music. I want to thank Raps and Apps and the Coastal Bend Community Foundation for making the Golden Mic possible and investing in local musicians.
Where I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, and music growing up in my household was Chicano music.
I'm from Corpus Christi. Definitely, there was a lot of diverse stuff going on in our home, from radio stations like KCCT to Kite 105 and C101 and Z95. So it was a very broad spectrum. I remember the first moment that I realized music was no longer a hobby for me when I was probably 18 years old, playing in my first conjunto.
I've been making music seriously probably like 46 years.
What kept me going during moments when things were slow and uncertain was attending performances, because that's always inspiring, and more importantly, my faith in God.
If somebody met me 5 years ago, more than likely it's going to be like I'm a lot more focused, a lot more faith-driven.
Being a musician from the Coastal Bend to me means a lot of pride in Corpus Christi, because I think that Corpus Christi just doesn't get the recognition that it deserves.
I would describe the Corpus Christi scene right now as like probably multicultural, more diversity.
What I think that people outside of Corpus Christi don't realize about the talent in the Coastal Bend, there is an enormous amount of it, and it's growing exponentially.
Local musicians that I respect or draw inspiration from, there's quite a few. One would be my dad, Mr. Lupito Banda, and there's Jeff El Jefe, there's Manuel Ponce, there's Lore Mauricio. There's a lot of different.
I would definitely say, honestly, wholly in general, the educators. Like, I've recently been in and out of Del Mar school system, and there's so many amazing educators. Three to just cut right off the top of my head would be like Luz Valdez, Dr. Paul Bissell, Dr. Ramirez, and for sure, like in the local scene, in the live music scene, people like Rudolph Llanes has been inspiring me for a long time. Justin and Nikki Estes, and then bands like Rockaholics, Marco Ramirez, who play with so much energy. That's been really inspiring to me lately. But I would describe our sound for somebody hearing this for the first time as definitely unique. It's cumbia, but it has so many flavors in it. Urban cumbia
with a bit of conjunto, with a bit of vallenato, with a bit of sonora. It's like a mixture. The mood of our music is fun, energy,
party vibe,
danceable,
definitely club. I can definitely see this being played in any club any night of the week. Some of my biggest artistic influences would probably like be my favorite bands growing up would be like Rush, Led Zeppelin, and then of course all of the country boys with Willie Whalen and the boys from back in the day. And then of course a lot of conjunto artists. Like my all-time favorite would be like Tony De La Rosa, Bernardo y sus compadres. These are like way back in the days, and this stuff that's always stuck with me.
Any artists that people say we sound similar to? I hope not. I mean, we just
I hope not.
Got this production going, and we hope it's gonna be something different.
What I think that makes our sound unique compared to other artists in the same genre is definitely the flavors that we're mentioning earlier, like the way the lead instrument in this particular song is bajo sexto. Usually in cumbia, the lead instrument's the accordion or the keyboard or other various synthesizers, but I think that would probably be the most unique difference
especially in an urban cumbia.
Especially in an urban cumbia. Bajo sexto is it's not prominent at all, and so this is definitely a first of its kind.
Our music is for everyone, wanting to have a good time. And
agreed. I think that it hits every level, every age crap. I think that hopefully the goal is that it would be something that would last forever and last generations. I love when I go to concerts that I grew up watching, and I see people with their kids, and I think this is something that is going to have the same impact.
They feel when they listen to our music, it's inspiring. Just wanting to have a good time.
I don't think there's a specific type of fan that would connect deeply with. I kind of feel this is a sound that would kind of be international. So I think it would really hit a lot of different people. I don't think it would really hit anybody specifically. I think that's the beauty of it.
Impacting them in a meaningful way.
Our children.
Well, first of all, yeah. They're the first ones to hear everything, as it's actually being made, our kids or my daughter in the studio. And I guess it starts with them.
Being selected for the Golden Mic means so much to me, primarily because for years I've never been a front man. I've always been in a band. This is really special to me because this is the first time I've ever charted these waters of songwriting. And so given this opportunity, it means tons to me because the timing is perfect. I can't thank them enough for doing this for local musicians.
Well, I mean, the most exciting thing about Golden Mic would be, I think, it's just it existing in the first place, because there's not a lot of programs and business like this that goes and looks for talent in the local scene. It does not really exist.
I think opportunities like this matter for musicians in the coastal bend because a lot of musicians simply just go unrecognized and don't get heard of, and they're just kind of going through the scene without ever getting any real recognition. So again, this is a really amazing program.
There's a lot of good talent too.
Exactly.
What advice would I give local or new musicians or musicians wanting to do something? The advice that I would give is, you got to go out there and position yourself to be blessed with something like this. And get involved with the local scene and try to talk to as many people as you can, network. And I believe this is a good vehicle for something like that.
So far, my favorite song that I've made is Pinche Marihuana. It speaks of the story of somebody that's been fighting the taboo all their lives of being kind of hidden pothead culture or being labeled as a pothead, when the truth is that there's so many folks like myself that are finally coming out and just saying, you know what, I am what I am. I mean, it's starting to get us up more culture-wise and now medicinally, which it's been for years. So I think that's why it's my favorite song, because it has meaning to it. It has a true meaning that I think a lot of people can relate to.
Do I prefer stage or studio? That's kind of a hard one, because I am a studio engineer, but I've been on the road for 40 plus years and I enjoy both. I really can't say I enjoy one more than the other.
I prefer performing on stage than in the studio. I do love being in the studio because I get to experiment a lot. So it's kind of 60-50, but definitely playing on live performances is a lot more fun. Am I a morning creative or late night creative? I would consider myself probably more of a late night creative, probably because that's when I'm winding down and kind of vibing or watching performances, and that's when I get my inspiration.
My dream collaboration would be with, I would love to do something with Sergio Jorge, who is Mark Anthony's producer.
My dream collaborator would be Snoop Dogg for this particular song, honestly. Snoop Dogg, if you're watching this, you're listening, give it a listen. One word that describes our sound would be edgy.
I think definitely fun. One word that describes us as an artist or a duo: interesting and fun.
When people hear this name a year from now or years from now, hopefully they're thinking courageous, risky, willing to risk and take chances. When someone first discovers our music, I'll hope that they feel inspired in anything, whatever there is that they're going through, whether it be something to pursue, a career, or just anything, just inspired in some way.
Or just simply brightens their day. I mean,